I'm joined by Jay Karen, who is the CEO of the National Golf Course Owners Association in the United States. Jay, thanks so much for joining us. Earlier this week, you released in collaboration some guidelines called Back2Golf as golf reopens across the country. Talk to us a little bit about that. What's the intention behind those guidelines?
Through a connection with the PGA of America, we reached out to the Centers for Disease Control. And essentially this is about, if the CDC ran a golf course, what would they do to keep the employees and the golfers safe? So to go to them and say, and they don't know golf, they don't understand all operations. So through these discussions, they were able to advise us on, here are the things to do. And we separated the document out in phases based on the White House's 3-phase plan to get the economy back going. And that has to do with really social distancing, group sizes that can congregate, and so forth. So this is a bit of a playbook or a tool for course owners and operators to use, but with the employees and the golfers in mind as far as their safety. And the response has been very positive among a lot of owners operators, seeing this as a great leadership opportunity for the industry to show that we are part of the solution and we're allies with those that are making difficult decisions about this.
Are there genuine opportunities, looking kind of beyond those 3 phases?
There are few things. I think anytime you go through something very challenging like this, it causes you to reevaluate what's important and what you can get away with, the minimum things you can get away with in order to conduct business, because they've been forced to minimize their business, right? So I think there'll be a real analysis, whether it's conscious or subconscious, as we go through this, on as far as the operations side. What do my guests want from a food and beverage standpoint now? Do I need to have the restaurant open all these hours, or should I gravitate towards this food truck mentality of quick, grab and go kinds of, food and beverage experiences? On an agronomic standpoint, okay, what are my customers? What was the golf course like during all of this when we had minimal staff? And what are they okay with now when they might have complained earlier? Now they're not complaining because they are happy just to have access, right? So how is that possibly resetting the table on expectations as far as the customer experience out there on the golf course? Because of, naturally this time of year when the weather gets better, as we talked about, golfers have itchy feet. They want to get to the golf course. So that's happening. So there is this rise in demand when the weather's getting better, no question about it. But when everything else in society is closed down and golf courses have the privilege of staying open, is causing more people to move in our direction and experience, what we all know is a phenomenal egalitarian product out there for anyone that wants to get outside and have a good time. So we're seeing in the places where golf courses are still open, Michael, we're seeing a rise in new faces. And now it's a matter of, how do we keep them? We don't want to fall into behaviors and patterns before all this that didn't work in our favor, so the golf course operators out there may be taking a look at this and saying, how do I not squander this? How do I keep these families coming and keep the energy and the environment that people are loving right now? Let's prolong this and maybe make it a permanent kind of thing.
For sure. Well, Jay Karen of the National Golf Course Owners Association, thanks so much for taking time to speak to Syngenta Growing Golf, and best of luck to all of the course owners and operators out there in the United States as they recover and respond to the pandemic.
Thank you, Michael.